Don't blink, it's your Wayne. Welcome to our show. Because we're doing well, because we're having a wonderful day on this 14 May 2025. Today is a busy evening. I'm about to go sleep. I want to make a couple of videos for three reasons. The first one is we have a beautiful moon being filmed. I'll show you. And it's really a really nice night outside. We possibly want to be doing a night stroll, which we haven't done in so fucking long. So yeah, we'll just enjoy life. Today's video is about a gaming channel news. So this has to do with gaming, and it's ah. So basically, now lately I've been going through depression, and this depression makes me really insecure. And we just made a video about that. See, even the hair right now, I don't fuck with it, but usually I don't give a shit about how I look. So it's really weird. Then we talk about Final Fantasy. Why am I having a hard time talking about Final Fantasy? Because it's gonna be taking a lot of place on the channel. So right now, what we're doing is when we're filming, we're playing Street at the Tower. So 1, 2, and 3. There you go. See, number 3. So we have 3 playthrough of the tower, and it's a game that I played a lot. It's a game that, believe me not, I have over 1,000 hours on now. Of course, we have 3 playthrough, so technically speaking, it's not 1,000 hours. It's more so 300 hours, but it's still a lot. Final Fantasy, however, so with the tower, okay, so this is a AFK. Okay, so let's call it, this is the AFK video. It's not about the Final Fantasy, about the tower. It's a mixture of both. So last time we're gonna go back all the way back in time, which is kind of nuts. So I told you guys the story about the tower, but I'll tell you guys the story again. This is gonna be a long video, so if you don't like long video, this is not for you. Back in 2023, we had a depression, and at that time I was making content, and I wasn't feeling like making videos, but I wasn't feeling like streaming. I wasn't feeling like making videos. So what we ended up doing is we found an AFK game. It's a super funny story with the tower. The super funny story is I had a 2 weeks off for Christmas. So like, you know what? Let's find a game that I can play at work, because I'm so obsessed with making content that the 8 hours that we have at work is too much. I want to do something else. Plus, at work, we had the Wi-Fi, so I could upload from the Wi-Fi at work, and I could upload from home. So basically, I was uploading the whole day. Na zdrowie. Na zdrowie. Na zdrowie. So, long story short, we play Tower. I like the game, but it doesn't really, this is a crazy story. If I told you this story, if I didn't tell you this story before, you wouldn't believe me. And make sure that we're filming. We're still filming. Hell yeah. So basically, what ended up happening, what basically happened is we found this game, the tower. So it was during the vacation, the summer vacation, because I was working in construction or something akin to construction, and we have the construction week off. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just be fucking ourselves, right? So we found some game. We found 4 games. Wordscape, which was fun. The Tower, Survivor IO, which we played a lot. And I can't remember the 4th one is the Tower, of course. What the fuck? So with the Tower, Wordscape, Survivor IO. I don't remember the last one. I don't know why. I think it was Plant IO or some shit like that. And I did play Survivor IO for a while. Now, what happened is we had about 2 years ago, which was again July 2023, we had the biggest rainstorm or the biggest rainfall of the century. and for 4 days I didn't have Wi-Fi. So I was looking for a game that didn't need Wi-Fi. The Tower, out of the game that I tried, was the only game that I remember not having to use Wi-Fi. That's actually a game that I loved. So the first time that we played the Tower, and this is absolutely crazy. The first time we tried the Tower was we played for 3 days. We were watching Game of Thrones, and then I was playing the Tower. Then slowly after we fell into depression. We started watching Breaking Bad and then Better Call Saul. So Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad was binge watch playing the Tower, which was also something freaking great. But the Tower was a way, and it created this entire genre of the content that we're doing. Now, ultimately speaking, we're not super famous yet. We don't have a lot of notoriety left, but we've been making content for 4 years, so it does count a little bit, you know. I should be taking notes. I should be taking notes because this is some good subjects. So give me a second. I'm just gonna take a note. Okay, so I'm gonna be putting famous versus time and insecurity. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, that's good. That is good. Now don't press enter because you're gonna fuck it up. So basically what happened is I really fell in love with the Tower. And I really, really fell in love with the Tower because I was playing it while I was streaming, I was playing it at night, I was playing during work. Now, I know this is hard to believe because we're recording everything, and I was basically playing more than 12 hours a day, so how did I have the space? Well, the truth is, I had one phone, which was this one, with 1,000 gig on it, or 1 terabyte. So it wasn't that bad. However, we started playing a game, we started playing a game, we started playing a game. We reached 1 year, and then I lost my job because the company I was working for closed. My boss, like a father figure, took his retirement or retired. I don't know what you called. You called. I'm French, and I was like, okay, no problem. So then I started playing the Tower, and then really, really soon I got bored with the Tower. I got really bored with the Tower. Don't worry, I still remember that AFK journey. But so I got really bored with the Tower. So what I ended up doing was like, you know what? I have two phones. I got this one and this one, right? So let's do a new tower playthrough where we're focusing on defense because I play a more offensive playthrough, right? We did a more offensive playstyle, so let's do a defensive playstyle. A day later, I swear to God, it's gonna be hard to believe, but a day later, my mom, she's sending me some food because she's worried that I'm not eating enough. The second I lose weight, she'll say, "Oh, you're not eating enough," and she sent me this tablet, which is right here. And on this tablet, I was like, you know what? Let's do a third playthrough. So this playthrough is called Sword, which is a very offensive. So Crown is a balance, Shield is very defensive, Sword is very offensive, right? So it's kind of crazy, it's kind of nuts, but it makes absolute sense. So what ended up happening was we had a tree playthrough, and the tree playthrough were really fun. The very beginning of the tree playthrough were very fun because we had a lot to do. But then at the same time, it's so taxing. So let's do the timeline. At first, very very fun, right? Then it became less fun because they both Crown has reached a place where I have this wall, so it's a lot harder to continue. Beginning of end game, so beginning of the end game, the next one is end game, and they don't want you to end the game, so it's a bit harder. Then we reach the beginning. We ended up the beginning of Shield, and we ended up the beginning of Sword. Now we're in the middle, so this is the place where we're about to go in the end game. We're about to go there, but we're not there yet. Also, the problem with the defensive is the defensive has a peak and the offensive has a peak, right? And it's tough. It's really tough, you know. Now continuing the subject, right? Then I ended up using the tower, the tower. I have no clue. I don't know, guys. I don't know because the tree playthrough, it's still fun, you know, but it was fun in a very specific case, and now we're going back to the wonderful world of AFK. I started making content, and you guys can tell that I like talking. I like having conversation with you guys. So we're gonna be doing some content even more AFK. So the tower became a playthrough that, again, it was it was fun to play, but it's only fun to play when I'm uploading video. It's only fun to play when I'm making videos. Like right now, we're filming, we can play 3 times the tower, there's no problem. 2, when we're streaming, that's 3. 2 hours and a half when I sleep every single night, that's 4. Right? So we're still playing 7, 8, maybe 9 hours per day, which is still a lot, but the it doesn't beat the 12 hour we used to put. And it's weird because at the same time, this is the crunchy part of the subject. This is the crunchy part of the video, if you were wondering. Now, please understand, I'm talking a lot because I don't have a lot of friends. So there you go. So what ended up happening was, I had the 3 phones ready. So when I created the second account and the third account, I was like, okay, well, the first account is not enough to entertain you anymore. The second and the third one, you can make more content. And again, the fact, just think about it for a sec. Well, 1 second became 3 seconds. A minute became 3 minutes. An hour became 3 hours. You know? And it was beautiful. But it came at a big cost. And that big cost is something that is really, really destructive right now. I cannot play 1 time the tower. If I'm playing the tower, I have to play it on the 3 phones. Right? Now, the 3 phones, I don't mind when I'm streaming. I don't mind when I'm uploading. I don't mind when I'm doing something. I don't mind having it in the background. But I cannot have it as a main thing because I get bored really easily. You know? I couldn't anymore. And then even then, when I'm watching a movie, I don't feel like I'm involved enough. I feel like I have to do more, and that sucks. So yeah. Now, what I was trying to say with the AFK and why it's weird, it's actually quite simple. You see, I'm very involved. I'll make a lot of content. I'm working 9, 10 hours a day on making content. And I love it. I love making content. This is my dream. This is my passion. Um, I think for 4 years, you know, it's just fun. Never would I have thought about my biggest playthrough being the most viewed would be the tower. Why? Because it's AFK. But I feel like the AFK of the channel is amazing because I I couldn't do anything else. I couldn't do anything else if it wasn't for that. I couldn't do anything else. I don't know. I don't know. It's so weird to say that one of the most fun playthrough that I have, one of the most fun things that I do is AFK because I'm so involved. I'm so involved in filming. I'm so involved into making content. By the way, the fact that I'm saying I don't know a lot is we're going through a little bit of a depressive episodes, and it makes me very self-conscious, very indecisive. So it's not something that is common occurrence. So yeah, so the AFK, and it's odd because you take the least effort, and it pissed me off because I was like, dude, I'm making so much effort, and you're like, fuck, what am I doing? But at the same time, it's nice because I get to do something that I love, which is making content, and in the background, I'm getting a cherry on the sundae, which is making content. But my perception of the AFK changed. The AFK, as although not necessarily the best content that I would watch, possibly one of the nicest content I have done, because maybe you guys like the fact that I'm a bit standoffish. I'm a bit not as involved, right? Um so with the AFK content. And right now, I don't ah and and in a case, I always thought my mom, and I love my mom. I always found my mom to be acting extremely strange. In one single case, she would leave the TV on. One on. Dude, she would leave the whole fucking TV for 8 hours just so when she come back she would have music. And now we're like that too. We're like that too. I like having something on when I'm doing something else. I like having TV on when I come back. You know, AFK is just a good way. I think that the pleasure of AFK is to be able to just let go, to just relax. You know, I got 4 or 5 thing doing. Even right now, we're about to finish this video, and when we finish this video, we're about to go night stroll. The night stroll, I'm going to be taking the GoPro with me, and I got my keys, so I'll be able to have the 3 playthrough recording and making content. And again, it's so fucking, it is so fucking relaxing that I don't need to be there, right? So much AFK, we don't need to be there. But it's still the case of the AFK, and that's still, it's so, and I know this is a hard video to follow, and I know my ADHD taking over, and I know it's weird, but at the same time, it's so weird to have the AFK and something that is so very small. It's not demanding. It's really not demanding to do it. At the same time, it's fun. And you're asking yourself, why is it so fun, right? So, to come back to final Tafty to come back to the AFK, and again, this is going to be one of the biggest videos that I've done on the gaming channel where I talk to you guys. Tafty is AFK. And now I realized something. The Tower, which is a game I still love, admittedly, I don't like it as much. Admittedly, I'm not in love with the game. Admittedly, if I was to do a top 10, The Tower was number 3, it would possibly be number 8 or number 9. Not because I don't like it, but just because, you know, there's updates, which is great. The game is getting better and better and better, which is also great. But also the thing with the Tower is, you know, I never played a game for for a year and a half, and that's not true. I've been playing Fortnite, but I don't play Fortnite every single day. I play the Tower every single day. Well, yeah. So to come back with the AFK, the problem. So before we even start talk about Final Fantasy Z, I have to talk to you guys about the problem with the Tower. The problem with the Tower is this is me being completely transparent. This is being completely honest. I don't care about being vulnerable in front of you guys. This is my truth. When I created the Tower Shield and the Tower Sword, my plan wasn't to work. My plan was to make content. I was like, yo, this is us. This is it. This is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life, right? And now I have to realize that even after 4 years, it's still YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Kick. It's still a plan B. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's so hard to talk about because I think there's a part of me that believe the three playthrough are true relevant on each other. They're too dependent on each other. If I so it's so complex. I don't even know. I don't even know. See, the thing, it's odd because with the Tower, when I had a 3 playthrough, it was the best thing. The best thing I ever done was a tree playthrough. From having one playthrough to three playthrough, and some people prefer the sword, some people prefer the shield, some people prefer XYZ. It's normal. Um, but the problem with that is I can't. I have one playthrough going on. So the three of them has to be on. And I'm not gonna have a new phone soon. And if I had a fourth phone or a fourth one, what I would do a tower farm, which is just econ. Yeah. Yeah. It's I don't know. It's very bizarre, very bizarre. But let's continue with the video. I still want to do AFK because again, you guys like it. It's more chill. I'm a huge listener of the DSP Detractor. I'm part of the Snortex. I watch a lot of DSP, and I always made fun of DSP for the concept of um the con the the context of I have no clue. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm tired. I don't make it a sense. I don't make it a lot of sense, right? Just the feeling of making content nonstop and uploading content nonstop and always doing something. Keep myself busy. So with the AFK, that's what it is. It's what it is, you know? But I wouldn't be able. I wouldn't be able to. It's just a big problem. If and only if I go to work tomorrow. You know, and tomorrow I'm working, and tomorrow we might be working. By the way, we have an interview in about 6 hours, and I'm so excited. That's why I'm making the video because I can't sleep. I'm too excited to sleep. But yeah, um, I wouldn't be able to go to work and leave only the shield and the sword on. And to be honest, this is what I have to do because the sword and the shield are they're behind the crown. So by doing this, we would have something that is more kind of, you know. But I couldn't because I would feel like, oh, I need to do something, you know. So this is where Final Fantasy come in. Final Fantasy come in. Final Fantasy is a very short story. We came in, we were broke in the apartment. We started playing video games. They were all boring. Let's just be honest here. 2012 mobile gaming isn't 2025 mobile gaming, right? So there was a lot of games that weren't up to it. Final Fantasy to me is a perfect game. It's a game where you're collecting resources. Your rogue game. It's so good. It's so good. How can I say this? There's a rebirth system. There's weapon skin. There's skin for characters. It's a game that lasted 4 years. It was a cash grab. So what happened? It was a company called Nanu, and they had a couple of games. This game worked really well, and what ended up happening was like, yo, they stopped their service. So then they would have this. It's so odd. They would have this announcement saying, "Hey, we're closing the server at the end of this month," but there was no precise. There was not even one thing said about it. Uh, Crystal Light is very strong, very 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 strong. So with Final Fantasy, what happened is it was a game that I really enjoyed. However, we would play it on the tablet, not the tablet, the older tablet. And it broke. I couldn't play it, and I could no longer download it. So then I was thinking about it. I was talking about it because again, it's such a it sucks to say, but if you look at the tower and if you look at Final Fantasy, it's kind of the same thing. You get diamond by clicking on. Final Fantasy is a bit more involved. It's a bit less AFK. But it's still an AFK game. So what you do is you rebirth. So it's complex. You got your heroes. Your heroes rebirth, but your allies doesn't rebirth. Your allies will attack without you tapping the screen. Your hero will only attack if you're tapping the screen. So what you need to do is you need to buy the skin. By playing the game, you get some diamond. You collect diamond until you get the warrior. The warrior has a lot of health, so it's able to resist a lot of attack. It doesn't matter how weak the warrior is because the ally skin are gonna be strong enough. So my warriors survive, my allies attack. You know, and this is what it is. Now the Final Fantasy, the greatest thing about Final Fantasy is it would be the very perfect way to do it, because it's only one playthrough. There's nothing I can change. There's no strategy to it. It's just playing and playing and playing and playing and playing. There's no strategy. So for example, in the tower, you could do a glass cannon, you could do a turtle, right? Now with the tower, you would have a stats that is torn, which is basically you attack me and I'll do some damage, and because your attack is so weak compared to my extreme health, that you attack twice and you're dead. So yeah, so with the Final Fantasy, it would still be the same. It would still be the same skin. It would still be the same allies. There's some treasure, which is something that changed. So basically, what you do is you go the furthest possible, then you die, or you rebirth, and then you get some keys. Now the keys you're gonna get are gonna be item. They're gonna be lasting no matter the playthrough, no matter how many playthrough you are. The more you rebirth, the more treasure you have. The more treasure you have, the stronger you are. The stronger you are, the more you get down. So basically, what we were able to do at the very end, we were able to go to sleep, and going to sleep would, let's say, we're at 200. We were at 200. We would rebirth. That's not important. What is important is, because this is such a one playthrough. I could do this. I could go to work. And it would be finished. It would be finished. I don't have to worry about bringing the 3 phones. I don't have to worry about, oh fuck, I did 1 playthrough, but I didn't do the 3 playthrough. Right, so Final Fantasy would be the way to go, and would be the way to go in a sense of, okay, we're here, we're able to do X, Y, Z, W, whatever you want to call it, and work, going to shopping, going to see my mom, even going to see my mom. With my father, it's not a big deal because my father lives close, but my mom, I would have to go to the bus, and I wouldn't have my phone. It would be something troublesome. And that's pretty much it. So it would still be playing the tower. It would be so nice, you know, and having only 1 playthrough. Also, gotta admit, what I was saying is still true. I do have very good Wi-Fi. I do tend to upload a lot. I do. Now the problem is, we can okay, so it's very complex. I have a speed of internet that is able to upload 9.6 gigs per hour, right? 1 playthrough of the tower is 8 gig per hour, so we're still good. 3 playthrough of the tower is 24 gigs, which takes me 3 hours. It's too much. So yeah, I can't do it anymore. So with this, and at the same time, what I would do is I would leave the 2 phones at home, upload this. Now the greatest thing about it is, this is only if we're working. It would still be some AFK content. You see, this is all of this for this simple sentence of, we're still gonna be doing AFK content. I love making AFK content. We found a way to do AFK content at work when we're gonna work, and we're still gonna be playing the tower. See, the thing with the Final Fantasy, what is awesome is, most of the game that I'm playing right now, they take some time, right? And because it takes some time, for example, Final Fantasy is fucking amazing. In a sense, it is so unbelievable right now what we're doing. We're playing Final Fantasy on this phone. Now, what I would do is, I have Arknight. And Arknight's a lot of grinding. So when I'm grinding on Arknight, I have Final Fantasy, right? G Eternal, which is Gundam Eternal. It's a lot of reading, but when I'm reading, I can play Final Fantasy. Fantasy is also a game where you don't need to read, you don't need to focus. All you do is tap the screen and getting your diamond. And that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. So we would have everything. We would play one playthrough, and that's it. And at the end of the day, we would get everything we needed and more, right? And everything we needed and more would be, what more do you want? See, it's also the fact that with the tower, I had this. I think it's security. I think it's security. I think it's the fact that we are knowledgeable on the fact that, yo, whatever happened, whatever we do, we're still playing a game. We're still chilling. And I think with a tree, the tree is still manageable. It sounds like that's not manageable, but when I'm sleeping, all I have to do is put an alarm clock. After 2 hours and a half, close it. That's it. You know? 2 hours, hour and a half, that's it. We're good. I sleep, I wake up. The worst thing is, I sleep, I wake up, I do the 2 hours and a half. I close the phone, which is my favorite way to close a recording. I upload here, it's an S for shield, and I upload here, and it's C. Even here, what we're doing is we have 1 terabyte of storage. So what I'm able to do is I'm able to wait until we're working. For example, this weekend we were working, so we upload a lot of Sword content, and that is pretty much it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. What a long video. Sorry if it was confusing. Sorry if it was a bit of. I don't plan my videos. I'm just going in, and I think that's something that's cool. And if you don't think that's cool, that's your choice and that's your opinion, and I respect that. But I do love you, and I do think that you are awesome. I hope that you think I'm somewhat awesome. Yeah, love you guys.